Hello, hello. Happy Saturday and happy walk day, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Just checking out a few things here. All right. If you can see and hear me, be sure to let me know. Mhm. I do hope everyone is doing well today. Okay, I see us over on social media, over on YouTube as well as on Facebook. Well, alrighty. I think we are good to get started. I always just want to do a check to make sure that I'm not just, talking to myself. All right. So we can go ahead and get started. Happy Saturday and happy walk day, everyone. My name is Alexis Johnson, and I'm the social media manager at RSDSA. If you're new here, if you're not new here, then I'm sure you have seen me on these live streams for the last 6 years now, because this is our sixth annual live stream that we've done for our virtual walk. Welcome to our annual walk live stream. Over the next 30 minutes, we're going to connect with CRPS Warriors across the country who are either actively walking at the moment or preparing for their walks, depending on their location. We are so happy to have everyone here with us today. We know that many of you are participating at home, in your neighborhood, and in your greater community. And for that, we thank you. We're looking forward to seeing so many of you in your orange. I have my orange on today as we work to spread awareness for CRPS. So, just a little bit of history. We started the virtual walk in 2020 once our large in person walk couldn't move forward, just like so many other things in 2020. And we found that it's been helpful for CRPS warriors who aren't able to travel, but they still want to spread awareness in their communities. We've been thankful to have teams participate all over the world, and people have really participated in their own special way. We've seen really large walks be created from this virtual walk day. We've seen a few people, walking with their spouse or their caregivers, their loved ones. And it's just a great way for people, like I said, to spread awareness in a way that they're able to do. And I always want to remind everyone that, walk day is special because we do remind warriors that you don't have to physically walk to participate or raise awareness. Like I said earlier, meeting at home, going to dinner in your orange, or just gathering with loved ones on Zoom is a great way to help spread the word about CRPS as we work towards finding a cure. Okay. I also wanted to remind everyone that while you're participating today, be sure to take pictures and record video and send them to us via social media. Tag us on Facebook at facebook.com/RSDSA or on Instagram at RSDSA underscore official. Do not forget that underscore official because someone else has the RSDSA handle. We're working on it. But tag us on Instagram at RSDSA underscore official. You can also email us your content at info@rsds.org. Now, before we bring on some teams today, I do want to do a bit of housekeeping. I want to shout out our virtual walk sponsors for 2025. They include Abbott, the Baker Family Charitable Fund, Brodsky Family Foundation, Diana and Peter Smith in memory of Stephanie Teresa Smith, Dr. and Mrs. Lawrence and Judy Zager in loving memory of Hunter Leah Zager, Mike and Lynn Coatney Family Foundation Fund, the Cochran Firm National CRPS Lawyers, TJ Whalen Foundation, Vitalitas, and Yardi. We thank them for sponsoring not only today's walk, but RSDSA throughout the year. Another person I want to thank today is Kelly Considine, who is an RSDSA board member and the chair of our virtual walk. She is also the creator of Connecticut CRPS Awareness Roll and Stroll and the leader of the Kelly's Crusaders team. Unfortunately, there's some inclement weather in Connecticut today. I believe they're actually under a flood warning in Torrington right now. So their walk is not taking place at this moment, but we do have faith that everyone's doing okay and that everyone who signed up to participate will be able to participate at home today or together at a future date. And once we get that information, we will let everyone know. And like I said, even though their walk is not happening today, I do want to shout out her walk sponsors. Those include Torrington Savings Bank, Meletta Pfeiffer Physical Therapy, Sacred Heart University, Dunkin' Donuts, Big Y, Market 32 by Price Chopper, and Walmart. So I definitely want to make sure that I'm shouting out those sponsors for the Connecticut Walk. All right. Now we're getting closer to our time to bring on our first team. But before we bring on our first team out of Pennsylvania, I did want to shout out some of the teams that we have participating this year. We actually have 30 teams participating and at least 90 individual donors. I'm not going to shout out all 30 teams right this second or all 90 individual donors, but I do want to make sure I'm shouting out the teams throughout this live stream just to really to show them some love and some support. I do, however, want to shout out our largest individual donor, who is Kate Houlihan. Thank you for supporting our virtual walk. Of course, we have, like I said, over 90 individual donors, but I did want to shout out Kate as our number one individual donor for the virtual walk as of right this moment. Donations for the virtual walk will stay open through December 31st. So there is still time to participate and donate. We know that some people are not going to be able to walk today. They're going to actually host a virtual walk later on this year. So even though today is virtual walk day, we know that some people will host events later on. They'll create teams, they'll participate, they'll donate, and we definitely thank you for participating and helping us spread the word about CRPS and helping us look for a cure. And so, like I mentioned, I want to make sure that I'm shouting out our teams. So, the 10 teams that I want to shout out right now are Strix Slays Pain, Don't Fire Dana, Team Pain Positivity, Heather's Burning Hot Rods, the Pirates Cassandra and Phelan, 806 Lubbock Warriors, who we'll hear from later on in the live stream, Firewalker Squad, Kathy's Crusaders, CRPS Strong, and Kel's CRPS Champions. So those are the first 10 teams I'm going to shout out. If you didn't hear your team name, they're coming up later on in the live stream. So don't want you to think that I forgot to shout out your team. Okay. So let me go ahead and jump into the chat and see if we have any comments. I see Grace from Minnesota, Team Major Pain. Hello, Grace. Thank you for joining us. Grace, I believe, is another one of our top individual um, fundraisers, our number two fundraiser actually for this year. So thank you so much, Grace, and thank you for your team, Major Pain, for participating in this year's walk. I will, of course shout out your team later on in the live stream. You're getting just bonus shout out time right now. But if you're watching and your team is actively walking, definitely make sure that you leave a comment in the chat, send us some photos, send us some videos. We are going to be reposting all of your content across social media today, throughout the weekend, and we'll also add it to In Rare Form for this month. We have an In Rare Form newsletter coming out this month in June. So we're going to have your stuff everywhere. Alrighty, and so we actually have our first participant is ready. This is Holly from, let me make sure, Holly from the Rise of the Phoenix team in Darlington, Pennsylvania. So I'm going to go ahead and add her to the live stream. All right. Hello, Holly. You are live on our virtual walk live stream. I don't see you quite yet, but I see you've turned your mic on. So, hi, Holly.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Well, it's another walk day. Really excited to, be back with CRPS Warriors virtually.
Yeah, it's really exciting that you guys have been doing this for so long, and I'm so happy that I was able to participate in it like this year.
Awesome, awesome. Now your walk was at 9 this morning, I believe.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how did it go? I know it's the weather in
Um,
the Northeast, so I know it may have had some changes.
yeah, it ended up being a little bit rainy, so
Mm,
we didn't have as many people as we expected. We
mm,
still had about 10 people show up, which I'm so thankful for.
yes,
And then I had a bunch of my friends and family say that they're walking from different um, places who just couldn't be with me. So
right.
I'm just really thankful to have such a great support system.
That's awesome. And just so if there's anyone watching that's new, has never participated in the virtual walk before, that's what it's all about. It's like if you have friends and family, obviously in Pennsylvania, who were able to join you, which is great. But, with us having family all over, excuse me, all over the country, all over the world, if they can't make it to Pennsylvania, then they're able to participate in their community. Ooh, excuse me. And that's how we spread awareness for CRPS. When people see us out in our orange, they see us in our t-shirts, and they're like, hey, what's CRPS? And we're able to educate people. So happy to hear that you have that support system locally and across the country. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I really love what you guys have done with this, and I just think it's such a great idea because it's
Awesome.
not just for people who are right here.
Right, right. Now, what made you select the Rise of the Phoenix as your team name?
Well, I think Phoenix is, I don't know what the plural is, but Phoenix. They're such a symbolic creature to what we go through. The burning, obviously. Um, but it's also something that like we have to reinvent ourselves. We have to find a way to make a new life for ourselves and rise up out of the ashes and out of the burning pain and yeah, just rising above it all. So finding new hope and everything. So yeah, rise of the phoenix.
Awesome, awesome. Anything else you want to share with the greater CRPS community about either your walk today, your journey, or just any positivity, any advice you want to share?
Uh, just how important it is to find people who really care about you and love you. It's one of the biggest strengths that I have. It's one of the things that's kept me going, and RSDSA has been one of those big support systems that I have, and I can't be more thankful for you guys. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we have a small team. I don't think a lot of people know that we have a very small team at RSDSA and we're working really hard for all of you CRPS warriors. So much more to come. And we just thank you, Holly, for walking today and for joining the live stream. So I'm sure I'll be chatting with you a little later, and I can't wait to see all of your pictures and videos.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
But
right. Have a good day.
enjoy. You too. Bye.
Bye. All right. So let me see. We're gonna get ready for our next live walk stream participant. So before we bring on our next team, I did want to make sure that I shout out our next 10 teams that have participated in today's walk because I want to make sure I don't forget anyone. So our next 10 teams are Leo's CRPS Awareness, AJ's Inferno Fighters, Tame the Flames, Campbell Crew, Disabled Advantage, Benjamin's Strong Warriors, Asheville Alligators. Shout out to Jerry, our special events coordinator. That's her team. Casey Kidd, Chips Walking Miracle, and Marty Ann's Chronic Warriors. So those are the next 10 teams, 20 of our 30. And I'll be sure to shout out our final 10 teams before we end the live stream. So now in the waiting room, we do have our next team as promised. We're going to bring on Tina in Greenville, South Carolina. Her team is called Embers of Strength for Tina. I believe this is her first walk with RSDSA. So really excited to see her turn out and see how everything's going. So I'm going to go ahead and let Tina into the live stream. All right. Hello, Tina. I see you're in. I see you're on mute, and I don't quite see you on camera yet. I'm gonna ask you, go ahead and get things going. Okay, I can hear you. Can't see you quite yet. All right, guys. Hi, Tina.
There.
How are you?
I'm good. It's warm today.
That's good. That's good. Yes, I'm
We've
from
got
the
beautiful
Carolinas.
sunshine.
Awesome. I'm from the Carolinas originally, so I know at this time of year it's usually hot, but sometimes you don't know.
We've got a nice breeze. I don't know if you can tell. The balloons don't want to stay
Yes.
put, but it's the breeze helps.
Right, right.
Um,
Yes. So happy to see you. I know you reached out to us earlier this year talking about doing an event, so I'm happy that you were able to get your team together. And
yes,
yes, have you already started your walk, or is your walk starting a little later?
we're gonna start walking once we're done with our interview.
Awesome, awesome.
And we also have Jerry here. I believe she just showed up, so she should be walking towards us shortly. Um,
Perfect.
if my team wants to stand behind me, I'd love it so you can see
Yeah,
them
come on.
all.
Hello, everyone.
We've
Yes.
got lots of friends and family. Um,
Hi. Looking good in the shirts. And
we
yes,
got
I spoke to
Bill.
Jerry about 10, 15 minutes ago, so I know she was getting ready to show up. That's great. Hi, everyone. The medals and the shirts looking
There's
great.
Jerry yelling, "Hi, Alexis."
Yay. Awesome, awesome. Hey, Jerry.
Hi.
Hi. I'm so happy she was able to make it. And Tina, I was so excited when you emailed us because, like I said, I'm from the Carolinas originally. I'm from Raleigh, and I don't live in Raleigh, but I know that sometimes support, especially in South Carolina, Eastern North Carolina, is very difficult. And so I know that we often get CRPS warriors from South Carolina who reach out to us. And I'm happy to know that, you are in South Carolina and you're definitely, now a leader in the area that hopefully
Yeah,
people can connect with, in order to learn more about CRPS and to feel like they have a community. So
I'm
really
very
happy,
excited. And I've
really
got
happy.
Jerry. She's gonna help me walk through it all. And
Yes.
hey, Tina, who donated your cupcakes? We have beautiful cupcakes that are orange and yellow,
Mhm.
donated by Sweet Chester's Bakery, also here, local bakery.
Awesome.
Um, Grateful for her. We have a photographer here who happens to be, I call her part of our mom group because my grandson is homeschooled. So
Mhm.
she's going to take some great photos for today, and I'm excited. I've,
Yes,
I've
yes.
I've had CRPS for a little over 4 years, and
Mhm.
it has completely consumed my right side.
Mhm.
Um, I have no movement down my right side.
Mhm.
Um, 6 surgeries in, and two field stimulators with a paralyzed neck. So I want to be able to support others around our area, whether
Mhm.
it's North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee. Try to pick a local spot for next year and do an in-person event. Maybe try to get some special guests in that can speak on the matter, even if it's the warriors themselves, telling their story so that we can get it out there. We need more research and more awareness.
All of the above. And I know we have a community in Charlotte as well. So just like more and more Carolina
Perfect.
support. So I'm definitely thank you for sharing your story. And I know we're going to communicate way more over the next,
Yes, ma'am.
days, weeks, months. And I also am going to invite you now too to also tell your story on our blog because even just a couple of things you just let me know, I think other people will definitely be interested in learning more about. Everyone's CRPS journey is so different, but
Yes,
as
ma'am.
soon as someone finds another person who has just even a few similarities, people they just know they're not alone. They feel like they can relate to someone else. So,
They can
um,
definitely find me on TikTok as Tina CRPS Warrior. I
mhm.
do Swoonie care boxes and I send them out free
Okay.
to warriors with chronic pain.
Mhm.
Every one of them comes with a warmy stuffed animal
Mhm.
that, CRPS, stay away from the ice, keep the heat.
Yep.
So, but yeah, if anybody wants to get in contact with me and looking for local support, I'm here. That's what it's all about, supporting each other. The
Definitely.
only way we're going to get through this and hope.
Yep, that's very true. And so we're going to continue, like I said, to spread awareness, spread hope, and just helping out CRPS Warriors, not only in Greenville, not only in the Carolinas, but all over the country, all over the world. So I
I have
definitely,
walkers up in Massachusetts and I have walkers down in Louisiana right now. So
I
I'm
can't wait
very
to see
excited.
content from them too. So. Thank you so much, Tina. And I know with Jerry being there, I'm going to get so much information from her too and photos. So definitely much more to come. And for Tina's team, let me see, Embers of Strength for Tina. Thank you for being there for her today.
Man,
Yes, thank you all so much. And I will chat with you all soon.
thank you. It's great to see you. Bye.
Yes, bye,
And
everyone.
everybody else have a great walk.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Once again, Tina is one of our she's like I said, she's had CRPS for 4 years, but she's someone that we just recently were, was able to connect with earlier this year. And so really excited to see her come together with a team, have that support system, have that community in Greenville. So if you are in South Carolina, and I'm going to go through our emails and see anyone who's reached out in South Carolina, because I feel like we've gotten a few people in South Carolina recently. I will make sure to connect you with Tina because as you see, she's a light and she's looking forward to connecting with others. So yeah. I will make sure to do that. So I want to make sure that I'm shouting out the rest of our teams as we wait for our next guest to join us on the live stream. Our next 10 teams that we're going to shout out are Ambrose Therapeutics, Amy's Angels of Hope, New Kids on the Walk, Callaway Crew, Rise of the Phoenix. We just spoke to Holly up in Pennsylvania. That's Holly's team. Major Pain. I know Major Pain is watching us right now over on YouTube. Burning Love, Embers of Strength for Tina, who we just spoke with in Greenville, South Carolina. Joe's CRPS Angels, and our number one team right now for the 2025 virtual walk is Chair Force One. So once again, just want to thank everyone for participating in today's virtual walk and wanted to make sure that I shouted out our 30 teams. Once again, we have 30 teams all over the country and over 90 individual participants that are registered for the walk. So we thank you all so, so much. All right. So let me jump into the chat. I see Grace in Minnesota from Team Major Pain has said hello to Tina. Thank you once again, Grace, for joining us and for walking with us or participating this year. Let me hop over to Facebook because I saw a few comments over here too. Sean Anderson. Hi, Sean. By the way, Sean has a great blog over on the RSDSA website that I want to encourage everyone to take a look at. I will probably share a link here in the chat so everyone can take a look at Sean's post. But Sean said that her husband's going for a proxy walk with their dog right now. She's kind of couch bound on the last couple of days, and that is that's totally okay. Happy that, your husband's able to get out and help spread awareness, even just for a little bit. And I'm definitely looking forward to getting hopefully some photos from you if at all possible. But thank you for all you do, Sean. Definitely love the blog that you wrote for us earlier this year. And hello, Angela. Thank you for all the positive comments. Yes. Um, so many other people. All right. Let me send, I see our next guest. Let me see if I'm able to get her onto the live stream really quickly. Um, Definitely excited for all of you who are tuning in and able to walk with us today. Let me see if I can get this link over to our next guest really quickly. Um, all right. All right, so I am sending over the link for our next live stream guest who's going to join us in a second. And as I wait for her to get on, I'm also going to have a few announcements really quickly. Sorry, I'm live streaming and producing a little bit too here. I do want to remind everyone too that we have our in-person conference taking place in Dallas this October. As of this morning, we have a major announcement with the conference. I don't want to spoil it right now, but hopefully by next Friday, I'll be able to publicly announce what it is. But we do have a major announcement with the conference, so looking forward to that. But we hope that you all are able to make it and you're able to join us in Dallas. We're going to have a lot of great conversation about CRPS and really dive into the scientific portion, research updates, and then, of course, a lot of information for caregivers, advocacy, definitely a good mix of things. We've definitely been listening to all of you and making sure that, this is a well-rounded conference for everyone who is looking to attend. So October 24th through the 25th in Dallas, Texas. I'm going to put a link for registration in the chat. Definitely hope that you all are able to make it. We have early bird pricing running until July 15th, so you still have a month to take advantage of the early bird pricing. But yes, you definitely do not want to miss our in-person conference. All right, so let me go ahead and see if I was able to get our next guest on. Um, Let me see if she's able to. Not quite yet. I'm not seeing her quite yet, but I'm gonna hold on because definitely want to make sure that we give her the opportunity to join from Texas. All right. Now before or as we wait for our next guest to join, I definitely also want to shout out our crew in Southern California. There's a walk taking place in Southern California this morning. Obviously, it's 8:30 in the morning over there, so they're not ready to join the live stream yet. However, I know they're getting ready. It's not because it's too early, it's because they're preparing for their walk and everyone that they have attending, and that is the CRPS SoCal Friendship Gathering and Stroll in Cypress, California. It's hosted by the Orange County Survivors and Caregiver Support Group at 11 a.m. Pacific. So if you're in Southern California, there's still time for you to join their walk. And I'll have a bit more information about that in a second because our Texas team, the 806 RSD Warriors in Lubbock, Texas, they are in the waiting room. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them on right now. All right. So, hello, hello. I see we have our Lubbock team in the chat. Let me ask you to get your camera on. Oh no, we just lost them. Okay. Um, Hopefully they'll be able to come back into the waiting room in a second. It looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Hopefully that wasn't something that I just did, but hopefully, if you're watching, all right, let's see. We can get them back into the room here. All right.
Just remute. Oh, start
All
video.
right, I can hear you.
Oh, hi. Okay, we're trying to get the video together.
All right.
Allow camera.
There you
Sorry, we're
are.
almost there. Yay!
Hello.
Here we go.
It
Okay.
all worked out. Hello, hello from Lubbock.
Can you see all three of us?
Yes,
Let
I
me
can
turn
see
you
all
back.
three of you.
Okay. Can you hear us really good?
Yes, we can. I can.
Okay. Now I can hear you better. Okay.
Awesome. Awesome. Welcome to the live stream. So happy to see you out in Lubbock. How is it going so far?
It's going. We have some good weather. We had a bunch of storms the past couple of days, but it feels good out here for us for a walk.
Yes, we were super nervous. I saw that you all had a tornado or tornado warning, so we're just happy that everyone is doing okay.
Yes, ma'am. We're here.
Awesome, awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your story and your walk today. Anything you want to share with the RSDSA community.
Well, I'm here today. I have two of my friends, Miss Rachel and Miss Gay. We have other warriors, but because of the weather, I'm pretty sure a lot of them probably weren't able to make it. But we're here. I started this group because I'm trying to bring more awareness to Lubbock, Texas. There's a need both in the medical community and in the civilian community to know not just what it is, but to understand how it affects us warriors, take it seriously, and just bring us together. Let them know that there's a support group here in Lubbock. I work with the VA and I'm working with other doctors and nurses to just spread more awareness and bring more resources to West Texas.
And that is awesome. And I know everyone knows that Texas is like so large, but I don't think people honestly understand that you may have resources in Houston, but living in Lubbock, that is the complete other side of the state. And so
Yes,
I
ma'am.
used to live in Austin, and so I understand how spread out everything is. And so, in order, like having resources in Lubbock is such a big deal because Lubbock is so far still from even Dallas. I always think Dallas and Lubbock are close, and they're not.
No, no,
So,
we're up on the cat rock.
right. And we really thank you for, taking charge and having that, of that support in West Texas because it is so important.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
and I don't think your walk has started yet. So, how many people are you expecting to have today?
We were expecting a little more, but I have my two warriors here with us, so we're not waiting on anyone else.
Right.
I told everyone that if they're not able to make it at this time, they can walk anytime today and just post it to the web, not to the website, but to the social media page, both mine's and the RSDSA page. So we'll wait to see what happens. Either way, it's a building process. So I'm here for the long haul.
Yes, yes. And we definitely saw like your photos and videos from a walk that you had. I feel like that was earlier this year. Maybe that was
It
late.
was in November of last year.
See, time is going by so fast. I felt like it was just right around the corner, but
Yes, ma'am.
definitely thank you for, continuing to put these events on. And I know you are in constant contact with Jerry, and we're just going to do way more. And hopefully we're able to see some of your community or even see you at our conference in Dallas. But
Yes,
we're definitely, going to continue to keep in contact with you and see how we can help warriors, of course, all across the country, but in West Texas as well.
yes. Thank you so much. So
Yes.
what do
So
we do from here?
well, yeah, of course, keep sending us photos and videos. I see you on Facebook, so I know we're gonna get some good content from you. I know we're gonna continue to spread awareness, and we'll be in contact with you very soon. Because I know we have like I said, with us coming to Texas, we have a lot more work to do.
Right. Well, we just wanted to say our little spiel right quick. I'm
Mhm.
Tamara Cruz, and we are the RSD Warriors.
Woo! Thank you, Tamara. Thank you so much, and you all enjoy your Saturday.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Yay, I'm so happy we were able to get her team on to the live stream with us this morning. Like I said, I know obviously Lubbock, they are in Central Time, so I know it's still a little early over there, but I'm happy that we were able to make that work. So I know there is a walk happening this morning in Sacramento, California. I don't think we're going to be able to get the Sacramento team on, but I know that the Northern California Walk is taking place in the Sacramento area. Let me just do a quick shout out just in case there are people in Northern California who are able to join. Let me just make sure I get that information correct. So, yes, the Northern California CRPS support group is meeting at 10 a.m. Pacific at McKinley Park. So, if you are in Northern California in the Sacramento area, that walk is taking place at 10 a.m. Pacific at McKinley Park. So, hopefully, you're able to join. And like I was saying earlier, there's also a walk happening in Southern California. So the CRPS SoCal Friendship Gathering and Stroll is taking place in Cypress, California. It is hosted by the Orange County Survivors and Caregivers Support Group at 11 a.m. Pacific. So plenty of time if you're watching this in Southern California to get over to Cypress because I know they are getting ready for their walk as well. And like I said earlier, I believe there's also a group meeting in Minnesota, as I saw in the YouTube comments. There's also a group outside of Chicago and numerous other walks around the country. We're so thankful to everyone who has helped us fundraise and raise awareness for CRPS today and every day. And honestly, that is the end of our live stream. I know we're going to get so many more photos and videos, so I'm just going to be on alert all day looking for those. But I just want to remind everyone that your support and your donations help us with the work that we complete every day. As I mentioned earlier, we're a very small team here at RSDSA, and your fundraising, your donations help us with research, support, committee work, such as our advocacy committee, updating our doctors list, working with support groups, putting together in-rare form. We have a new in-rare form coming out this month. hosting our live streams, our in-person conference, and much, much more. And so we're just so thankful for all of you who are able to participate so that we can continue to, the work that we do. Our small team is very busy and we are working to, bring on more volunteers that can help with all the different, questions and ideas that you all have, because we do get so many ideas from you all and we're so grateful for it. And so we're working to see how we can implement all of your ideas. So once again, thank you to everyone who helped make this event possible, especially Kelly Considine, who once again is a board member and also our virtual walk chair. Sharon Weiner, who is our executive director, has been leading us for over a year now. So thank you so much, Sharon, for everything, as well as Jerry Krasner, who is RSDSA's special events coordinator. You saw her earlier. She's in Greenville, South Carolina. I literally talk to Sharon and Jerry every single day. So happy, the few of them who are able to help us make our events possible. So finally, once again, if you're out walking today, tomorrow, next week, or anytime in the future, please be sure to take photos and then tag us on social media so we can see them and share them with the community. You can also email them to us at info@rsds.org. We're looking forward to seeing what you all are able to put together today, all of your walks, all of your activities. Really excited. And we just want to thank you. Have a great rest of the day. Be safe out there, especially for those of you who are in a little bit of weather. And yeah, we'll chat soon. Have a good